Those moments in life when something so strange and unbelievable happens. It leaves you questioning everything. That's exactly what happened to Angel. She had been seeing Mr. Francis for a couple of months now. He was in his early 70s. Yes, he was a sugar daddy. But wait, listen first before you judge. Okay. Mr. Francis was kind, gentle, and very caring. Not like those other men who acted like they were doing a woman a favor with every little thing. He was different. Anything she asked for, he would provide. The day Angel casually mentioned that her phone was getting bad, boom, a new iPhone 16 Pro Max arrived the next morning. When she said she wanted a car, without a second thought, there it was. Her friend teased her often. Angel, see as you dey hot. Omo, the sugar daddy dey try you. God, when I go love oh. They would say, half joking, half envious, but it wasn't just about his generosity. He treated her like an egg with genuine kindness and respect. He checked on her regularly, spoke to her calmly, and sometimes even shared stories about his business. Asking for her option, Angel found herself growing fond of him, not just for what he gave her, but because of how he made her feel. She cared about him and she wasn't ashamed to admit that he loved her sugar daddy so much. One Saturday evening, Mr. Francis invited her to his home. Said he was tired of hotels, restaurants, buns, and wanted her to finally see where he lived. Angel had always been curious with the way this man spends money. She was sure his house would be something else, and when she arrived, she was speechless. The mansion looks like something out of a movie. A massive compound with tall gates, a sparkling fountain, and the entrance uniformed security guards standing alert. The living room alone was bigger than her entire apartment, with a chandelier that shone like 1,000 diamonds. Every corner of the house whispered wealth and power. She laughed and said, "Daddy, so this is where you've been hiding all this while?" He smiled. "Angel, my baby, my love, I was just waiting for the right time to bring you home." Mr. Francis gave her a tour of the house. Upstairs, downstairs, a private gym, a swimming pool, even a cinema. Angel's head swung. She could already picture herself as the madam of the house. Hey! But there was one odd thing about Mr. Francis that Angel could never quite wrap her head around. He always sleep in beans. Those little soft hats people wear when it's cold. Yes, that's it. And not just any beans, it was always tightly secured with a small rope around it, like someone trying to tie a gele. This was quite strange because Nigeria was no place for sleeping cabs or tilted hats at night, especially not for a man like him who had air conditions in every room. But she never questioned him. In fact, it became normal to her. Whether he was lodging in the living room, going out, or even getting ready for bed, a different being was always on his head. She had never, not even once, seen him without it. It almost felt like the being was part of his body. But because of how caring and generous he was, she overlooked it. Love, or maybe comfort, could make people ignore the others things. Then one particular day, Angel decided to stay over at his mansion. He left early for his business that morning, leaving her with the whole house to herself. Out of the boredom and the need to be helpful, she chose to tidy up the place a bit. She vacuumed the floor, swept down the tables, and then carried a pail of dirty clothes from the laundry basket to the washing machine. That was when she noticed it, that she picked up one of his beans to toss into the machine. Something wet and slippery dropped onto her hand. She screamed, dropping the hat immediately. On closer look, she saw tiny weeping things creeping out of it like maggots. Tiny white larvae moving around in disgusting screaming heap. Confused and horrified, she picked up the hat with the tip of a broom and flung it into a pocket. Then she checked the other beans in the pail, and to her shock, every single one of them was infected with the same creeping maggot. Angel felt cold all over. She grabbed her phone and quickly recorded a video as proof, just in case anyone doubted her. When Mr. Francis returned from business that evening, she was waiting for him at the door, visibly shaking. The moment he stepped inside, she blurted out, "Daddy, there is something I need to ask you." He raised an eyebrow, sensing the tension in her voice. "What is it, my angel?" "I was just trying to help out around the house, so I did some washing and I found maggots inside your hat." The color drained from Mr. Francis' face instantly. Then his voice dropped, calm but sharp. "Who asked you to touch my things?" Angel blinked, confused. "I was just trying to help, Daddy. I was here all day and I told you before never to touch my personal stuff." His tone was different now. Cold. A side of him had never seen before. Angel's heart began to pound. Something wasn't right, and she could feel it. Confused, frightened, and visibly shaking. Watch out for the next part.